of 2019. You may be seated. Good afternoon. I'm Dennis Cramsey, and as principal of Edwardsville High School, I am honored to welcome family, friends, faculty and staff, Superintendent Dr. Linda Andre and her administrative staff, School Board President Mrs. Jill Bertels, and members of the Board of Education, as well as distinguished guests to the Edwardsville High School Class of 2019 commencement ceremony. The music played throughout the processional was beautiful, and I want to thank the Edwardsville High School Band under the direction of Mr. Lipscomb today and Mr. Battle for sharing their talents with us today. I want to take a moment to thank many of the students, faculty, and staff for their contribution to the Class of 2019 successes and for their contributions to this beautiful commencement ceremony. First, our grounds department and maintenance department, our custodial team for making our buildings and grounds beautiful every day, but especially for today's ceremony. I want to thank the Eye of the Tiger EHS Broadcasting located on the balcony under the direction and support of our Director of Technology, Mr. Bill Miner, and Mr. Gene Birdsell, and also Mr. Levi Antrim. As you can see over my shoulder, the event is being projected on the big screen, and the same production is being aired on ECTV, is being streamed on the RiverBender.com, being broadcast on Madison Communication TV Channel 13, and is also being broadcast on our big screen in our auditorium. And we welcome all of our guests comfortably seated in our beautiful auditorium. So thank you. Mr. Jonah Scheckler and our EHS stage crew will receive thanks today as well. They have provided the stage construction, sound, and lighting, and the audio support for this event. Thank you. We are blessed to be in a safe community, and as such, we thank the Edwardsville Police Department, the Glen Carbon Police Department, and the Madison County Sheriff's Department for their contributions on keeping our greatest commodity safe every day and for providing support throughout this graduation ceremony. I want to thank Mrs. J.C. Jenkins and all of her FFA students for the flowers that adorn our stage. Thank you. Along with the EHS band and the senior choir sitting in front of me, students' hands, voices, and minds have contributed to everything that you will see and hear today. And for all of that, we should be very proud. And lastly, I want to thank the EHS administrative team, as well as Dr. Andre and the central office administrative team, the EHS secretaries for their contributions to this event, and in particular, I want to thank my secretary and organizer, Mrs. Von Zetta Janik, for her work and everyone's work to make this event perfect. Good afternoon, class of 2019. It's great to see you. I want to remind all of our guests that this is a joyous but formal occasion, and it's one we approach with great respect and dignity. Our graduate candidates have toiled for many years to reach this moment in time. So we ask that you respectfully demonstrate your admiration for their accomplishments throughout this commencement ceremony. Please welcome our salutatorian, Patrick Driscoll, as I present to him the salutatorian medal. Congratulations, Patrick. He will now lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. After our pledge, please remain standing for the national anthem performed by the EHS Senior Choir under the direction of Miss Emily Otwine. At this time, please stand for the presentation of colors by the Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville Army ROTC.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Seniors, family, and friends, please be seated. I want to once again congratulate Patrick on his accomplishments of earning the right to be called the salutatorian, and that is quite a challenge with such an outstanding academic group of students. I also want to thank Ms. Otwine and the EHS Senior Choir. Student leadership has been a fundamental force that shapes the positive culture which exists at EHS. This senior class has had many student leaders, some who have led from the front, and many who have led from behind the scenes with little to no fanfare. One senior leader who has continued to make life better at EHS than it was before she arrived is Journey Brewer. I have been so impressed with her work that I have invited Journey to welcome the class of 2019 and to share her thoughts on making our world a better place with her fellow classmates. Please welcome senior Journey Brewer.
Hello everyone. Everyone looks great today. It is with excitement and honor that I welcome you to the Edwardsville High School Class of 2019 Commencement Exercises. First and foremost, I would like to thank Dr. Cramsey and the faculty and staff for their hard work and dedication that helped all of us get to this day. I would also like to thank my family and friends for being here today. In particular, I would like to thank my mother, Andrea Ayers, for her dedication to my success. Thank you. When Dr. Kimsey asked me to be this year's senior representative and give the opening welcome speech for graduation, I was and still am very honored. Honestly, I was a little scared as well. Aside from speaking in front of a very large crowd, I felt an additional sense of worry. I'm standing here with not a single cord. That's what worried me. My thoughts were, what will people think of me? What will they assume? Feeling the pressure and judgment from young adults and angsty teens, that's one thing. However, the judgment from people with at least 20 to 30 more years of life experience and wisdom than myself, casting their glare of maturity and adultness on me. That's even more pressure than being told that HR needs to have a chat with you. Hopefully no one has dealt with that. Though I have no AP classes under my belt or a cord around my shoulders, my joy comes from the feeling of I made it. To every one of my fellow peers sitting out here today, whether you bear a cord or not, whether you're attending college or not, whether you failed a class or 2 or 3 or not, I am proud of you. And trust me, I am not the only one who is proud of you. You made it to this day. And to those who have not made it to this day, I hope that the path they're meant to walk works in their favor. For we are all heading down different roads in the long run. Whatever road you choose, one important thing to remember is that you are human. Humans laugh, cry, cut you off while driving, bond through memes, and so on. However, if there's one thing all humans do, it's make mistakes and even fail. You may forget your grandma's birthday or accidentally bump your neighbor's car and leave bright red paint on their door. You may have a job setback in the future. The moral of the story is that you are bound to make mistakes and fail. It happens, and when it does, just know that everyone you know has failed before, and people will fail after you. Like those before us, you will overcome. Lean on family and friends to get you through. Many of those people are here right now in support of you. With that being said, while you are striving to make it the best day ever and making mistakes, be proud of yourself, because you can never say you haven't accomplished anything. I'm looking at all of you right now. We graduated from kindergarten about 14 years ago, and now we're graduating from high school. Today we're leaving our angsty teenage selves behind, hopefully, and for some of us, moving right along to broke college student stage, myself included. An even smaller group of us will be getting yelled at by drill sergeants in our near future, and ultimately join a strong and elite group of women and men serving our country in the military, myself included. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that we made it to this day. We had a few boo-boos along the way, and we cried a few times, a lot of times, cried ourselves to sleep, but we're here. That's what's important. I wish all of you the best in your future endeavors. I wish everyone the best health, fortune, and support group while you travel on your path. Thank you.
Well, obviously, among many outstanding characteristics and qualities Journey possesses, humility is certainly one of them. But as Journey makes her way back to join the graduate candidates, I would also, again, like to highlight that Journey has enlisted in the Illinois Army National Guard and will be reporting for duty this summer in Fort Jackson, South Carolina. And Journey, along with a number of other students who will be recognized in the program today, I have great confidence in the future of our great nation. At this time, I would like to welcome our school board president, Mrs. Jill Bertels.
Good afternoon to the parents, the relatives, special friends of the class of 2019. We appreciate your attendance today in recognition of these graduating students, and congratulations to the class of 2019. I would like to recognize my fellow board members who are present today. Deb Pitts, Board Secretary. Jennifer Brumbach. John McDole. And Board Vice President Katie Robertson. The graduates today have worked very hard to reach this milestone in their lives. They have had the support and encouragement of their friends and family along the way. Would would the parents and grandparents of the graduates please stand and be recognized at this time? Thank you. Each year, we have the opportunity to thank you to our military for their dedication and commitment to protect our country. Today, we would like to recognize all guests who have served or are currently serving in the military. Will you please stand? And finally, the board and I would like to recognize the Edwardsville High School graduates who will soon join the many men and women who are serving our country through military service. Will you please stand? Thank you. I know that I speak for each of the board members when I say that this day, graduation day, is one of the most rewarding that we can experience as board members. I would like to congratulate and send best wishes to each of you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Bertels. Dr. Andre has been the architect of the curricula that exists in our schools today and has made significant contributions to the creation of a culture of academic excellence. At this time, I invite Assistant Superintendents Mr. David Courtney and Dr. Nancy Spina to join me at the podium. Dr. Andre, would you also join us, please? I was not going to allow this opportunity to pass to congratulate Dr. Andre for her many years of service in public education and to the students in District 7. And I want to say thank you personally to Dr. Andre. And at this time, Mr. Courtney and Dr. Spina will present a plaque to Dr. Andre that reads, "In appreciation of your devoted service of 28 years to District 7 and 4 years as Superintendent of District 7 schools, you helped us achieve our goals. Congratulations and best wishes on the occasion of your retirement." So please welcome Dr. Linda Andre, Superintendent of District 7 schools.
Thank you very much. I'd also like to welcome each of you to the EHS 2019 commencement ceremonies. It's an honor to join School Board President Jill Bertels and other committed board members, along with our outstanding faculty, staff, and guests, in officially congratulating members of the class of 2019 and your families on this special day. It has been an honor and a privilege for this school district to have been part of your journey, a journey filled with wonderful memories of all those who have supported you throughout your education. Your parents have helped you, encouraged you, picked you up when you fell down, and loved you unconditionally. District 7's many gifted and talented teachers have helped you to discover your abilities and to develop an inquiring mind. I assure you that although you're moving beyond high school, those same teachers will remember you, hoping their encouragement has traveled with you on your journey. Your coaches and club sponsors have nurtured you outside the classroom through lessons of cooperation, sportsmanship, competition, and compassion. There are countless individuals who have supported you, some whose influence is known only to you. And then, of course, there are your friends who surround you today. Some of those friendships might be relatively new or may extend back to your kindergarten days. Nurture those friendships and carry them forward as new people into your life. Today concludes a significant and wonderful chapter of your life, and an equally significant and wonderful chapter is about to begin. You are leaving a world where others have made decisions for you. You're about to leave your comfort zone. Soon you will be making decisions, solving problems, and deciding which road to travel. Your family has nurtured you, the Edwardsville School District has guided you, and now it's your turn to identify and acknowledge your strengths, talents, and interests. So my brief advice to each of you today: find what you love, be passionate about it, learn all you can. Be kind, considerate, and positive. Take time for others. Continue being an active member of your community. Volunteer your time. There's a great need for generous, caring people in our world. The accomplishments of the members of this senior class are outstanding, and it is gratifying to know that the Edwardsville High School class of 2019 will be well represented in military, colleges, universities, and workplaces throughout our nation. You leave us with an indelible legacy of excellence and achievement in the fine tradition of the Edwardsville School District. Thank you, and good luck to each of you.
I also want to take a moment to recognize a very important group of individuals that are representative of the faculty that works with our students throughout the years. And that's that wonderful group of faculty that are sitting in the center with the golden stoles. So faculty that are here today, if we could thank them for being a part of this ceremony today. The most notable attribute of this graduating class is their outstanding academic accomplishments. For example, this graduating class possesses the highest SAT composite average of all graduating classes in some nearly 29 high schools in a 4-county area. The class of 2019 has continued an 8-year trend of improving the ACT composite average for the senior class. In each of the 8 years that I've been principal, the graduating class has produced a higher ACT composite average compared to the previous year. This graduating class has a 25.3 ACT composite average. No, we are not a private school. We are a public high school. You guys are awesome. Contributing to that high average are scores from 13 seniors who scored a near perfect on the ACT, a near perfect 35. I would like for those individuals who scored a 35 on their ACT to please stand to be recognized. Thank you. No, you do not need to take it again. Okay. Even more remarkable, at this time, I want to talk about one individual that tops all of those statistics. And I'm proud to recognize one senior that earned a perfect 36 on the ACT. At this time, I ask that Marin McSparron stand to be recognized. Congratulations on your perfect score. As previously mentioned, one of the most remarkable characteristics of this graduating class is their outstanding academic accomplishments. The valedictorians of the class of 2019 personifies that academic success. This year, the class of 2019 has 3 students who finished with an identical GPA. We will honor 3 students this year as valedictorians. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the first of our 3 class of 2019 valedictorians, Colton Ackerman, as I present to him the valedictorian medal.
So I had a speech prepared, but I'm just kidding, Dr. Cramsey. Before I begin, I'd like to thank everyone here in the audience and everyone watching at home for sitting through 4 speeches. I'll try to be brief. I'll start by thanking several groups of people without whom I would not be speaking here today. I'd like to thank Dr. Andre, Dr. Cramsey, and all the staff and administration who have labored each and every day to facilitate our success. Next, all the fantastic teachers who made this journey possible and without whom I would not have had the current education that I have today. Now also, my wonderful friends and family whose support I've needed every step of the way and who brought me joy when I needed it most. Lastly, I'd like to thank 2 extremely important people without whom I literally wouldn't be standing here today. Mom, Dad, please stand, and everyone, let's give a massive round of applause for the 2 most crucial people in my life. All right, class of 2019, can we take a moment to appreciate that we made it? Though I'll miss many of the connections I've made here and with friends and teachers alike, let's be honest, it's been a long 4 years, and we're thrilled to be rid of some things, aren't we? There will be no more godforsaken 6 a.m. alarms. No more detentions from 10-second tardies. No more, and I'm really happy about this one, no more commands to put on your school ID. And personally, no more teasing from Mr. Kester because I slept through half of economics. But to my point, I stand before you as the top of our class, a position I am honored to have achieved. But to be honest, I'm deeply humbled. The talent, creativity, and individuality within the class of 2019 is honestly awesome. To recognize the excellence of each and every one of you would take way too long, especially by Dr. Cramsey's 1 hour and 40-minute standard. To all my fellow classmates who believe you don't excel in anything, you're wrong. It doesn't take a high GPA, a full ride, a prestigious university, a presidency, a trophy, or some similar grandiose honor to make you great. I'll leave you guys with this. Whether we know it or not, all of us have a calling, and we shouldn't be afraid to chase it. None of us should ever settle for less. Class of 2019, always strive for more. Thank you.
I think in Colton's 4 years, he got to know me well. Thank you, Colton. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also ask that you please welcome the second of 3 class of 2019 valedictorians, Christopher Bryan, as I present him with the valedictorian medal.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to first start by congratulating my fellow valedictorians, Colton and Joey, on this achievement. We've been in a tie since our freshman year, and I'm thankful we all get to stand here with you today. I appreciated the rivalry and the competitiveness, even if it meant I had to suffer through early bird and summer school for 2 long years. Congratulations also to all my fellow classmates. It's been an honor to be a student among so many amazing people. Together we have completed this milestone in our lives, and now must move on to even bigger and better things. I'd also like to thank the wonderful principals and teachers I've had throughout my career as an Edwardsville student. I'm grateful to have so many teachers who are willing to put up with me, specifically some of our science teachers who allowed me to store my lab rats in their break room despite the smell. I know you guys weren't able to eat lunch that week, so thank you. I'd also like to thank my family for helping me get through this point. I realize I'm not the easiest person to deal with, and I appreciate everything you've done for me, and if you could stand and be recognized at this time. Thank you. I also want to thank the Edwardsville community. I feel incredibly lucky that I've gotten to grow up in this great community with so many amazing family and friends. I've enjoyed and appreciated every moment as both a student and a resident of Edwardsville. Edwardsville is a special place, and it felt even more special knowing that both my parents had graduated from this high school. Finally, although at times it seemed like our journey would never come to an end, here we are celebrating and honoring this great accomplishment. The time has flown by. That's why I encourage everyone in this room to make the most out of each and every day, or as Dr. Cramsey likes to say, make today the best day ever. Because before we know it, we'll be sitting here on these bleachers, cheering on our own kids and grandkids, wondering where the time has gone. So follow your dreams wherever they take you, but never forget to be grateful for where you came from, EHS. Thank you, and good luck to you all in whatever you choose to do. And also, I'd be amiss if I didn't say this. Let's go Blues.
Thank you, Christopher. The third valedictorian is also the class of 2019 president, Joey Liu. We've been fortunate to have student leaders who have set and maintained a positive tone for this graduating class and our entire school. Of his many accomplishments, Joey organized the academic signing day this year. At this time, I invite senior class president and the third valedictorian of the class of 2019, Joey Liu, as I present to him the valedictorian medal.
I begin, this is not part of my speech. I just want to say that if you found a camera in your seat, I would like you to take pictures on it and then give it back to me so that I can develop it and then put it in our time capsule so we can open it in 10 years. Good afternoon, class of 2019. I'm so excited to have the opportunity to speak in front of you today. To those who supported me, I'm here because of you. Your acceptance of who I am, your leniency to my annoying jokes. I truly could not have done it without you, so thank you. To those who wanted to see me fail, hey guys. But seriously, I want to throw a huge shout out to the teachers. I know you hear students thanking you in every speech. It might begin to feel like a formality, but you're truly the backbone of the country. Every teacher I've met has been respectful, inspirational, and incredibly personable. People who have literally made it their life's work to educate and inspire kids deserve every grain of respect in the world. Thank you for being the reason why America is so great. Thank you to the guidance counselors who have watched and guided us grow from immature freshmen to immature adults. Thank you to the administrators who too often get the short end of the stick. Your work to make EHS a safe learning environment deserves recognition. Thank you to all other faculty and staff, custodians, technicians, security, SROs, librarians, cafeteria staff, and hall monitors. Your work too often goes unnoticed and unappreciated. We walk ignorantly into a clean, safe school every day thinking it was a charitable deed of some cleaning fairy. Breaking news, it's not. Please give them a round of applause. Lastly, I would like to thank Dr. Cramsey. I can't fathom an Edwardsville High School without you. You work respectfully with students to make our time here at EHS as fun and inclusive as possible, and you truly inspire me to make each day better than the last. Lastly, thank you, Mrs. Janik. When I walk into school in the morning, do the morning announcements, you're always here, somehow always rocking the most brilliant smile that wakes me up for the rest of the day. Please give everyone one more round of applause. Lastly, thank you, God, for all the blessings you've given me. I've been in Edwardsville my entire life, and I'm proud of it. I was born and raised in Detroit, then moved to a small town in Utah, and finally my family settled in Edwardsville. And upon seeing the towering campus of SIUE, the monumental peaks of Cahokia Mountains, and the clear sandy beaches of the Mississippi River, they decided to make Edwardsville their forever home. But if you've ever talked to any driver's license wielding high school of Edwardsville, almost all responses will promptly begin with, I can't wait to get out of here. There's nothing to do here. And although I've been guilty of saying that, implying that being raised here in Edwardsville is in any way unlucky or a burden is as far from the truth as humanly possible. We're always counted out in competitions because we don't live in Chicagoland, yet we continuously win or place at state in football, basketball, baseball, tennis, wrestling, track, FFA, math team, journalism, cross country, winter guard, and even a second place finish at the national level poetry competition. I'm sorry if I missed anything, we just win too much. Thank you, coaches, for that. Your craft is a gift for this high school, and your lessons show on and off the field. And sorry to the other schools who think we're pretentious for bragging about our blessings, but personally, I've learned to count my blessings because the fact that I'm standing here today, the fact that I'm able to speak in front of you people who have guided me to become the person I am today, that I'm even physically alive is because of my parents. And no, I'm not talking about sperm and egg and zygote or whatever, more specifically, an email that was sent to my father while still in China about a job opportunity as a professor at Wayne State University in Detroit, a city in a country about 6,000 miles away, where not a lick of Chinese was spoken, and people still use the barbaric inches instead of centimeters. A country where professors and teachers are ridiculously underpaid. But for some reason, for some whack reason I still don't understand, he took it. And I regret every day that I don't appreciate the blessing of the fact that he took that job. For if he hadn't accepted it and instead stayed comfortably with their friends, faculty, and family, China's one-child policy would have made it virtually impossible for me to be born. So thank you for everything, Mom and Dad. Please stand. But despite all that, I'm here. I was here for Nate Dogg's recess rap battles, for the plastic spork-wielding lunch fights, for the time when straight up 12 kids got up and ran out the door during lunch. I'm sorry, Lincoln kids, if you don't get those references. For Mr. Quigley, for the infamous Mrs. Gray incident, I was here for the great Fritos fight, for the 2.1 GPA talk, for Dan Powell's Excuse Me freestyle, for the Admit You Was Lying video, for what I think was the best class video of the century. I was here for a lot, but I would be nowhere if my friends weren't here for me. When I was down, I had you to help me up, and when I was up, I had you to keep me there. So if I met you in preschool or this past year or any time in between, thank you. Thank you for making blessings easy to see. Thank you for making my stomach hurt from laughing so much, for helping me study when I was too lazy to do it alone, for making me smile when it was hard to smile, for teaching me to love when it seemed impossible. Thank you for the countless memories you've given me. I wouldn't trade them for anything under $3 million. And to my brother, Henry, I know I've never admitted this to your face, but you're the reason I do what I do. You set the bar so freaking high. Thank you for being my guide, my trailblazer, and for calling me a weeaboo the other day for dyeing my hair. So count your blessings, because you're lucky, so freaking lucky. Lucky to be alive, lucky to be in Edwardsville where prosperity and success is plentiful. Lucky to be raised in an era where technology is helpful but not cancerous to our society. We live at the edge of Tornado Valley and we don't have to worry about tornadoes. We live at the fault line of a tectonic plate and we're lucky enough to not have to worry about earthquakes. We live right next to America's murder capital and we're able to sleep peacefully. We live amidst rising sea levels and global temperatures. Yeah, we should probably definitely do something about that one. But recognizing our serendipity comes with recognizing that other places are less fortunate. So take advantage of the luck given to you and go and do something with it. It's a waste of time to give two things 50% when you can give one thing 100. So go all out in everything you do. As my physics teacher, Mr. Rassi, brilliantly pointed out, sumo wrestlers are some of the most attractive people in the world. Besides his clear infatuation for large Japanese men, I think he was making a metaphor about life. Why not you? Why can't you be the next sumo psychiatrist, sumo hot dog eater, sumo electrician, sumo math teacher, sumo pyramid scheme manager? So laugh, hysterically until your abs hurt, love, passionately like your Adam Sandler in 50 First Dates, live happily, like your life depends on it. Fellow class of 2019, I challenge you to make the absolute most of your life. It has been an extraordinary honor to speak in front of you today, and I can't wait to see the immense success you're all about to create. But let's continue to make every day the best day ever. Go Tigers.
Thank you, Joey. Graduate candidates, as I call each of the following groups, please stand to be recognized. Then you may be seated as I recognize the next group. I begin with the National Merit Commended, National Merit semifinalist, and National Merit finalist. Please stand. Thank you. Members of the National Honor Society, please stand. Thank you. Illinois State Scholars. Thank you. National English Honor Society. Thank you. National Math Honor Society. Thank you. National Art Honor Society. Thank you. French, Spanish, and German Honor Societies. Thank you. Silver Medallion representing the top 8%. Thank you. Business Professionals of America. Thank you. Tri-M Music Honor Society. Thank you. Members of HOSA. Thank you. International Thespian Troupe, Society Troop 1534. Thank you. Top 10% of the class of 2019. Thank you. And I'd like to finally recognize our junior graduates. Thank you. Each year, our seniors select the readers for their commencement ceremony. This year, the class of 2019 has selected Miss Caroline and Mr. Keith Baker to be our honored readers. We understand that graduation day is just as exciting for parents and family members as it is for the graduate themselves. However, out of respect for our graduates and to ensure that all families are able to enjoy their child's graduation, we want to encourage our guests to remain seated while the graduates are receiving their diplomas. I also ask that you hold all applause and celebration until everyone's name has been read. Loud celebrations will drown out the next graduate's name, and we want to make sure all students' names can be heard by their families. Members of the Board of Education and Superintendent Dr. Andre, I hereby certify that these students have met all of the state of Illinois and Edwardsville High School requirements for graduation. And I proudly present to you the Edwardsville High School class of 2019. At this time, I turn the program over to Miss Lane and Mr. Baker.
Kendall Akai Abdur Rahman. Colton Tice Michael Ackerman. Emily K. Adams. Caroline Alice Simone Adcock. Katrina Marie Augustin. David Eugene Ahrens. Alexis Catherine Allen. Morgan Renee Allen. Natalia Zoe Alvarez. Annabelle Marie Ambule. Emily Elizabeth Anderson. Joshua Lee Anderson. Kelly Christopher Anderson. Zaire Mohammed Anoth. Madison Ann Arsenault Castillo. Ryan Christopher Ash. Zachary James Bain. Haley Paige Baker. Joshua Wenman Balasini. Hannah Marie Barker. Sierra Nicole Barnard. Keenan Devon Barnes. Benjamin James Basarich. Libby Jean Bateman. Todd Lewis Baxter. Anna Elizabeth Beard. Jack Elliott Beck. Grace Elizabeth Becker. Caitlin Christine Beckett. Caleb Matthew Beeler. Nicholas William Beam. Jacob Edwin Bamey. Luke Michael Berg, Samantha Michelle Berger, Tyler Scott Berry, Kaylee Ann Bertles, Lucas Allen Bashirs, Autumn Paige Betts, Michael Harold Byer, Lucas Robert Bixson, Noah Jacob Black, Tristan Thomas Blair, Skylar Renee Block, Ellie Olivia Bollinger, Grace Ann Bolton, Kenneth Edmund Bond, Lindsay Catherine Bonk,
Braden Michael Bonner, Justin Blake Bonner, Connor Joseph Bouse, Kyle Winston Bowles, Matthew Jeffrey Boyer, Samantha Gabriel Boyer, Alexis Celeste Boykin, Sierra Charlotte Brannon, Lucas Dean Brazzi, Journey Mariah Ann Brewer, Austin Lee Bridges, Amari James Brooks, Joseph Robert Brooks, Bryce Tyler Broshaw, Bryson Jules Brown, Isabella Gabrielle Brown, Kendon Jacob Brown, Lauren Michelle Brown, Maori Cottrell Brown, Tony Charlene Brown Hill, Victoria Lynn Brust, Cole Anthony Buddy, Tanner Lee Bullard, Blake Stephen Burris, Benjamin Charles Bird, Caleb Denzel Bird, Lauren Christina Bird, Christopher William Byron, Hannah Grace Cahill, Tyler Joseph Calumet, Tatiana Marie Capellas, Emilio Manuel Carrion, Elena Nicole Castillo, Anastasia Lynn Castle, Martha Elena Chaidez, Grace Marie Chapman, Mahogany Danye Chappell, Maya Elizabeth Shinault, Adam James Hinyan Cho, Hinshik Cho, Stephen Davis Shavala, Abby Marie Cimaroli, Daniel Ishmael Clanton L., Christina Lee Clark, Samuel Joseph Clark, Pierce Tyler Clayton, Alyssa Mae Cole, Tara Shea Colligan, Layla Nicole Cooley,
Jalen Malik Cooper, John Francis Cooper, Joseph Peter Copeland, Logan Matthew Corzine, Blake Nicole Cottrell, Emily Michelle Coulter, Lauren Marie Coulter, Parker Lewis Kraft, Kennedy Karen Crawford, Taryn Elise Cross, Zachary Crutchfield, Abigail Marie Davey, Jacob Daniel Davis, Kylie K. Davis, Owen William Davis, Taylor A. Davis Jackson, Lita Marie de Bartoleben, Macy Jihe Deck, Megan Jane DeGroot, Kiara Norma Delgado, Riley Edward Dean Dempsey, Isabella Starr Desky, Bianca Diaz, Emily Lynn DeKemper, Kylie Grace Dietz, Philip Paul Dillier, Colin Michael Dillingham, Peyton Justine Dixon, Elizabeth Abigail Doak, Preston Grant Dockery, Paul Evans Dodds, Patrick Ryan Doolin, Allison Catherine Douglas, Erin Elizabeth Dowdy, Ryan Cooper Drew, Patrick Martin Driscoll, Daniel James Duncan, Jesse Earl Dunn, Evan Michael Dunning, Jonah Ezekiel Durbin, Megan Elizabeth Dustman, Bailey Elizabeth Duval, Noah Edward Eagle, Andreas Panaiotou Elenis, Anna Rose Elevitz, Ellie Grace Elson, Larry Kenneth Etherton II,
Anthony Chase Evans, Jack Edward Evans, Mason Shea Evans, Madison Taylor Fegala, Anna Nancy Farrar, Margaret Jean Farrar, Alexandra Nicole Fawbush, Annie Elizabeth Fawbush, Ashley Nicole Fenton, Brittany Gail Fenton, Zachary Michael Philback, Maria Grace Fitzgerald, Kieran Francis Flanagan, Anaya Josephine Fletcher, Peyton Nicole Flowers, Alex Mason Forehand, Jessica May Fossey, Adam Patrick Foster, Lorelei Colleen Frank, Dustin Edward Frankie, Logan Michael Fuller, Carter Andrew Fulton, Anthony Salvatore Fufero, Taylor Renee Fusaro, Dalen Wayne Galea, Justin Tyler Garby, Monique Alicia Garrett, Jamie Corinne Garrison, Lauren Paige Garver, Kaylee Ann Garvey, Mackenzie Sky Geary, Kyra Justine Sage Gentry, Jackson Thomas Gibbons, Yope Geeling, Laura Lee Jiguer, Spencer Thomas Gillespie, Peyton Lynn Genestra, Bryce Patrick Glisson, McKinley Reed Sanders Gobble, Sophie Ann Goers, Nathan Thomas Goldstein, Kane Alistair Goodall, Seth Alexander Goodman, Sydney Morgan Grammer, Hannah Elizabeth Green, Philip Preston Green, Caitlin Lee Gregory,
Nicholas Craig Grimaud, Parker James Griffiths, Caden Richard Grizzard, Bo Isaiah Gullidge, Blake Eugene Gavillo, Emily Elaine Haar, Rebecca Jane Hackett, Blake Nicholas Haynes, Levantus Arlo Hairston Jr., Brianna Marie Hall, Lindy Lane Hampton, Rachel Ann Hampton, Lauren Alexandra Hungsleben, Jonathan Robert Hanks, Bailey Nicole Hansen, Abigail Victoria Harmon, Amber Rain Harris, Norman Christian Harris, Maxwell Joseph Hartman, Samantha Jane Hartnagel, Grace Shelton Hauk, Nathan Ray Hearing, Alexander Joshua Hedge, Marin Claire Height, Margaret Lynn Heinrich, Kara Julie Hines, Eric Wayne Held, Ryan Robert Lewis Hellman, Lydia Carmelita Hemmings, Catherine Isabella Milani Henderson, Bryce Michael Henry, Emma Noel Hensley, Logan Tyler Hill, Jacob Alexander Hines, Justin Michael Hines, John Hunter Hinson, Ryan Kerr Hinson, Connor Joseph Hinterser, Nicholas Hicks Hoban, Jonathan Paul Gregory Hodge, Chloe Noel Holscher, Natalia Lee Hoffman, Frankie Taylor Holloway, Talia Morgan Holmes, Tyler Burton Holt, Destiny Faith Hope, Gavin Christopher Hosto,
Allison Nicole Howard, Megan Ann Hubler, JC Kimberly Hudson, Noah Elijah Hudson, Mary Danielle Huey, Nathaniel Robert Hull, Morgan Ray Hume, Vivian Rose Holtz, Haley Michelle Hundelt, Stone Alexander Hunter, Anissa Elise Huntley, Gretchen Whitney Eichen, Howard Ingram II, Kingston Rashad Izom Byron, Nathaniel Elab Israel, Alexandra Janavina Ivanov, Macy Lane Ivy, Zachary Michael Jarvis, Joseph Richard Twan Jaworski Moyles, Claire Marie Jenkins, Lauren Nicole Jenkins, Taylor Nicole Jennings, Brittany Nicole Jett, Maisie Marie Jett, Caitlin Aja John, Cole Daniel Johnson, Cole Timothy Johnson, Dylan Austin Johnson, Meredith Morgan Johnson, Devin Joseph Jones, Emily Christine Jones, Evan Jones, Tyrone LaShawn Jones III, Jacob William Jordan, Alexandra Catherine Joseph, Ronald Lawrence Justice Young, William Michael Kaminsky, Alana Zoe Kaminsky, Malinga Capitamayo, Natalie Suzanne Caribbean, Rebecca Joanne Kesey, Kathleen Marie Keck, Bronson Conrad Kelly, Ross Alexander Curlin, Jack Taylor Kinstra, Alexandra Ann Klom, Peyton Janice Klobber,
Blake Oswald Kingslick, Morgan Elise Knobloch, Matthew Alexander Kokarnik, John William Kosovar, Savannah Grace Koch, Ryan John Kowaleski, Sarah Rose Kraus, Joshua Cole Kraus, Elise Noel Crone, Luca Valerio Krug. Rachel Claire Kubicek. David Miguel Lavoy Flores. David Jerome Ladd. Jean Andrew Lawler. Joseph Wayne Lance. Kevin P. Lance. Ryan H. Lance. Samuel James Lance. Richard Allen Landrum, Jr. Michael Parker Lane. Sierra Jade Lane. Andrew G. LaRose. Brendan D. Latham. Ella Marie Latier. Emma Grace Laughlin. Sarah Nicole Lavelle. Rachel Helen Lavick. Tessa Marie Leapley. Eric Robert Leggett. Erica Lynn Leone. Porter Michael Levasseur. Elizabeth Diane Levy. Jordan James Martez Lewis. Emmanuel Leva. Catherine Joyce Lickard. Samantha K. Link. Hannah Nicole Linnemeyer. Seth Adam Daniel Lipe. Alexander E. Lorem. Anna Elizabeth Lombardi. Christopher Donald Lott. Trevor Joseph Lovato. Joey Liu. Lindsay Ann Lucas. Mackenzie May Lyerla. Emily Catherine Magruder. Amy Lee Malcherik.
Rebecca Lynn Markowitz. Samuel Ethan Martin. Trinity Sean Martin. Janae Faith Massa. Jackson Scott Matthews. Olivia Faith Maui. Noah Thomas Satoshi May. Brennan Michael McAtee. Liam Andrew McCracken. Annie Cosette McGinnis. Tegan Zia McKechnie. Xavier Dominique McKinney. Benjamin Robert McNabney. Marin Emily McSparron. Rachel Kinsey McTague. Kyle Padraig Meehan. Bo Allen Mycamp. Ashley Nicole Melosi. Matthew Ryan Mendez. Victoria Grace Minges. Dylan Wayne Messina. Ethan Robert Metcalf. Hayden Robert Meyer. Stephen Michael Meyer. Kayla Hajali McHale. Tess Olivia Millard. Alexander Robert Miller. Madeline K. Miller. Christina Renee Mills. Joshua Theophilus Mills. Deja Simone Mims. Ethan Parks Miracle. Elizabeth Ann Kiefer Mislin. Madeline Marie Michikanis. Sophia A. Mosen. Zoe Alexandra Christodoulou Monroe. Ian Thomas Moore. Jemiah Ariana Moore. Trenton Rant Moore. Marcus Ellsberg Du Marino. Mashada Morocco. Josiah Caleb Morse. Nathan Ray Moss. Lila Mae Motley. Blaze Wayne Mount. Marinica Nicole Moigan. Devin Michael Multidor.
Amanda Michelle Munzert. Talon Baragri Murphy. Ashley K. Myers. Kylie Nicole Myers, Abby Claire Nolick, Emily Victoria Naylor, Trevor Eric Neumeister, Adrian Nicole Newbold, Sydney Renee Noltner, Mitchell Lewis James Nolan, Maya Grace Noonan, Loie Carter Nowd, Clark Mitchell Oberlag, Emma Antonia O'Boyle, Haley Madison Odell, Joseph Wayne Odorizzi, Keegan Kincaid O'Gara, Joshua Isaac Oll, Mackenzie Lynn Owens, Brandy Marie Page, Brittany Ann Page, Aiden Panashahi, Cade Christopher Parker, Lauren Nicole Parker, Lenium Alamore Parks Goins, Benjamin Charles Patterson, Tiara Nicole Patton, Eli Charles Anthony Pegg, Joshua David Perry, Griffin James Petrosky, Michael Anthony Pinson, Eric Matthew Platt, Alexander Jane Pohl, Joshua Dean Poole, Tyler Jeremiah Pope, Jarrett Adam Postol, Daniel Joseph Powell, Miranda Kaylee Pratt, Roland Calvin Prenzler, Ryan Lee Proctor, Kylie Nicole Roche, Jack Francis Raffelli, Carly Ann Reiki, Tara Renee Rallo, Juliana Marie Roush, Mackenzie Faith Ray, Mitchell Robert Reel,
Severine Allegra Rebman, Wyatt Connor Reckman, Delaney Margaret Reed, Joshua Ryan Reed, Joshua Dane Rising, Abigail Jane Reynolds, Bailey August Reynolds, Mary Constance Reynolds, Hunter Thomas Richardson, Tegan Rose Riley, Max Robert Ringering, Rachel Delaney Robertson, Alex Joseph Robertson, Noah Patrick Robertson, Malik Robinson, Morgan Nicole Rockwell, Deontay Rogers, Liliana Vanessa Roman, Skylar Marie Romano, Adrian Eva Rose, Mason Quaid Rothert Radzim, Alexander Nicholas Rousey, Joseph Robert Rousseau, Sydney Marie Sahuri, Ava Elizabeth Sanders, Thidawit Sawani, Ian Gregory Sapah, Kennedy Maureen Skaggs, Dane Matthew Shockey, Grant Matthew Schaefer, Mira Elizabeth Schaefer, Sophia Louise Schaefer, Emily Ann Schmidt, Nathan Jeffrey Schmidt, Peyton Kennedy Schneider, Jacob Robert Schoberly, Joy Marie Scholmeyer, Drake William Schreiber, Casey Anna Schroeder, Jaron Dean Schutte, Ellen Elizabeth Schulte, Joshua Christopher Schumacher, Christopher Augusta Scott II, David Adam Sedor, Parul Sharma, Caleb Charles Shaw, Rory Walker Shaw,
Garrett Christopher Short, Hope Ann Shoemake, Megan Renee Sylvie, Michael Isaac Singh, Elena Yoshiko Sin, Hunter Charles Sitke, Emma Caitlin Sitton, Grayson Timothy Slagle, Kent Antonio Sleater, Jacob Jebediah Slosar, Kiara Raquel Smith, Drew Alexander Smith, Juliana Grace Smith, Cameron Latre Smith, Majela Cherie Smith, Connor James Sotelo, Ethan Michael Soul, Ethan James Spurgeon, Eric George Sperling, Caitlin Rebecca St. Aubin, Blake Tyler Staywar, Madeline Imogen Stephen, Mitchell Lee Stewart, Cami Alexandra Steeran, Matthew Eric Stopka, Molly Elizabeth Stout, Ryan Dean Strohmeyer, Hannah Gray Stewart, Austin James Sullivan, Micah Bain Summers, Riley May Summers, Jack William Sumner, Noah Christopher Certain, Harishon Suthan, Stella Elaine Swally, J.D. Danielle Swanson, Kay Elizabeth Swanson, Sophia Grace Swarthout, Sean Mason Sweet, Mitchell Wesley Silvies, Dawson Graham Taylor, Michaela Rain Tebby Harris, Emma Lauren Teggart, Galena Marie Tennant, Tyler Joseph Teppen, Justice Rylan Tharp, Antonio Eugene Thigpen Jr.,
Gwendolyn Ann Thomas, Ashley Lynn Tomlinson, Corinne Marie Temmerman, Brennan Cooper Toll, Joseph Mitchell Toscano, Jackie Herman Townsend III, Jade Lene Townsend, Jaden Alyssa Diane E. Townsend, Jalen Renee Townsend, Dylan Michael Trice, Zachary Connor Ricardo Trimpey, Ryan Jacob Triplett, Haley Jean Trober, Jacob Tucker, Jalen Tene Talacro, Jalen Tune Tuggle, Paige Alexandra Talacro, Heather Nicole Usher, Douglas Apollo Van Dyke, Leilani Alexi Vasquez, Sierra Faith Vieser, Chloe Alejandra Villalobos, Matthew Jacob Vollmer, Jonathan George Volts, Amy Grace Wahusky, Aubrey Danielle Wagner, Dalton Riley Wallace, Kaylee Nicole Wallace, Ava Grace Walls, Kyle Matthew Walsh, Wyatt William Waltenberger, Adam Donald Walters, Nathaniel Charles Waple, Elizabeth Agnes Ward, Ashley Nicole Warren, Molly Ashley Washburn, Tiana Lachey Washington, Reese Adam Watson, Caden Michael Waters, Peyton Marie Weaver, Nolan Rudy Weber, Zachary Austin Wadle, Alexander Ethan Welch, Jackson Edward Weller, Madison Renee Winty, Alex Frederick Wernix, Catherine Tally White, Trinity DeLee White, Claire Marie Wickenhauser, David James Wickman, Cassidy Lynn Wimpkin,
Joshua James Weezy, Michael James Wise Jr., Michaela Marie Weeder, William Andrew Wyke, Jacob Eric Wilkinson, Blake Aaron Williams, Deja Charnel Williams, Evan Andrew Williams, Maya Michelle Williams, Alyssa Christine Wilson, Regan Elizabeth Window, Davion Isaac Wynn, Amanda Louise Wohl, Alexandria Marie Wren, Jared Alexander Wright, Natalie Marie Wunderlich, Jonathan Mason Yancic, Brittany Lynn Yarborough, Aaron Lee Young, Colin Andrew Young, Mason Newell Young, David Charles Zergas, Kenneth John Zimmer Jr., Matthew Roland Zollner,
Wow, what a year, what a 4 years it has been. Graduates, please rise. Move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations. Family and friends, all I ask is that you wait till all graduates are out before you exit. And again, family, friends, distinguished guests, I present to you the Edwardsville High School graduating class of 2019. Class of 2019, as we leave today, let's make every day the